The Art and Dark Psychology of Ignoring a Woman. Stoicism Introduction. In the complex landscape of modern relationships, the idea of ignoring a woman is often misunderstood. However, when examined through the lens of Stoicism, this concept is not about manipulation, mind games, or emotional harm. Rather, it is about emotional detachment, learning how to control your reactions and regain emotional sovereignty when feelings threaten to overwhelm you. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that emphasizes wisdom, control, and resilience, offers valuable lessons on how to manage your emotions and maintain peace of mind, especially in emotionally charged situations. This video will explore how Stoic principles can help you navigate the often turbulent waters of romantic relationships, with an emphasis on self-control and emotional autonomy. What is Stoicism? At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy of self-mastery. Founded by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BCE, Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can always control our responses to them. The Stoic sage, someone who embodies Stoic virtues, remains unmoved by external circumstances, whether they are favorable or unfavorable. This allows them to maintain inner peace despite life's inevitable challenges. The goal of Stoicism is not to suppress emotions, but to regulate them in such a way that they don't dictate your behavior or disturb your mental tranquility. In the context of relationships, Stoicism helps individuals recognize that they do not have to chase after affection or validation from others, especially when those feelings are not reciprocated. You control your reactions, not the feelings of others. The psychology of attachment and why ignoring works. To understand how Stoicism can help in the context of relationships, it's important to first understand the psychology of attachment. As human beings, we naturally form emotional bonds with others, and these attachments can sometimes lead to dependency. When you find yourself overly attached to someone's approval, affection, or attention, you are vulnerable to emotional instability. You may begin to feel as though your happiness is tied to their actions, leading to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and frustration when those actions are not aligned with your desires. This is where ignoring someone, in the Stoic sense, becomes a powerful tool. Ignoring isn't about playing games or punishing someone. Rather, it's about creating emotional distance. By stepping back and not reacting to the immediate emotional pull of someone's behavior, you are practicing self-control and regaining emotional autonomy. Stoicism teaches that when we attach our happiness to external things, like someone's attention or affection, we risk becoming emotionally unstable. By detaching or ignoring, we can regain control of our emotions, focus on what's within our control, and maintain a sense of peace even in the face of uncertainty. The role of control and detachment in Stoicism. Central to Stoic thought is the idea that we have control over our own thoughts and actions. External events and the behavior of others are beyond our control, but how we respond to them is entirely within our power. This is particularly relevant in relationships, where emotions often run high. The Stoic approach to emotional detachment involves not reacting impulsively to the emotional ups and downs of another person. By detaching from the emotional roller coaster that often accompanies romantic relationships, you create a space where your emotions can be evaluated and controlled, rather than being swept up in the storm. The practice of ignoring someone can be seen as a form of self-protection. It's not about rejecting the person, but about protecting your emotional well-being by preventing yourself from being overly influenced by their actions. In the context of romantic attraction, the Stoic advises that you avoid becoming overly invested in someone's attention. Instead, focus on cultivating your own inner peace and emotional stability. Detachment is the key to this, letting go of the need for someone's approval and learning to find satisfaction within yourself, regardless of the external circumstances. The dangers of playing games. Staying true to Stoic virtue. While the idea of detachment can be empowering, it's crucial to remember that Stoicism is not about manipulation or using others as pawns in emotional games. Stoics advocate for integrity, honesty, and justice in all interactions. Ignoring someone should never be about punishing them, emotionally manipulating them, or seeking to create feelings of guilt or inadequacy. Instead, it is a personal practice of emotional regulation. The Stoic approach encourages us to detach from external validation, not to play games or control others, but to maintain control over our own feelings. In relationships, it's important to remain mindful of the core Stoic values of wisdom and virtue. If you need space or time away from someone, do so honestly and respectfully. Playing mind games, such as ignoring someone to provoke a reaction, would be a violation of Stoic ethics. Stoicism values honesty, clarity, and mutual respect in relationships. Detaching emotionally doesn't mean being deceitful or disrespectful. It simply means setting boundaries that preserve your emotional health. How to apply Stoicism in relationships. If you're finding yourself caught up in emotional turbulence due to a relationship, applying Stoic principles can help you regain control. First, focus on your own emotional self-sufficiency. Ensure that you are emotionally grounded before trying to engage with others. Stoicism encourages individuals to build inner resilience so that their happiness is not contingent on someone else's actions or approval. Next, remember to detach from external validation. Your worth is not defined by how someone treats you, so let go of the need to seek constant reassurance or attention. Cultivating inner peace allows you to respond to others in a calm, thoughtful manner instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally. Patience is another key Stoic virtue. Instead of rushing to react to every interaction, take your time to reflect. When you feel the urge to chase someone, step back and reassess whether your actions are driven by desire or by a genuine desire to build a connection. In the meantime, focus on maintaining emotional control. Practice creating emotional distance when necessary so that you don't become overwhelmed by feelings of longing, frustration, or disappointment. Lastly, always communicate your needs honestly. If you need space, be clear about it. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about setting healthy boundaries that allow you to maintain your own emotional stability while interacting with others. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to relationships is one that emphasizes self-control, emotional detachment, and inner peace. The art of ignoring someone, when framed within the Stoic tradition, is not about manipulation or emotional games. Instead, it is about detaching from unhealthy emotional attachments and reclaiming control over your own emotions. By practicing Stoicism, you can create emotional distance when needed, allowing yourself to respond thoughtfully and calmly to the unpredictable nature of relationships. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches that true emotional freedom comes not from controlling others, but from mastering your own mind and emotions. When you learn to detach and maintain control over your reactions, you regain your emotional independence, and relationships can become healthier and more grounded in mutual respect.